Narrated by Nafi. Whenever Abdullah entered the Kaaba, he used to go ahead leaving the door of the Kaaba behind him. He would proceed until the remaining distance between him and the opposite wall about 3 cubits. Then he would offer prayer there where the Prophet peace be upon him had offered Salat, as Bilal informed me. Ibn Umar said, "It does not matter for any of us to offer prayers at any place inside the Kaaba." Narrated by Nafi. The Prophet peace be upon him used to make his she-camel sit across and he would pray facing it, as a sutra. I asked, what would the Prophet peace be upon him do if the she-camel was provoked and moved? He said, he would take its camel saddle and put it in front of him and pray facing its back part, as a sutra. And Ibn Umar used to do the same. This indicates that one should not pray except behind a sutra. Narrated by Aisha. Do you make us, women, equal to dogs and donkeys? While I used to lie in my bed, the Prophet peace be upon him would come and pray facing the middle of the bed. I used to consider it not good to stand in front of him in his prayers. So I used to slip away slowly and quietly from the foot of the bed till I got out of my guilt. Narrated by Abu Sa'id. The Prophet peace be upon him said, what is ascribed to him in the following hadith. Narrated Abu Salih as-Saman. I saw Abu Sa'id al-Khudri praying on a Friday, behind something which acted as a sutra. A young man from Bani Abi Mu'ayt wanted to pass in front of him, but Abu Sa'id repulsed him with a push on his chest. Finding no alternative, he again tried to pass, but Abu Sa'id pushed him with a greater force. The young man abused Abu Sa'id and went to Marwan and lodged a complaint against Abu Sa'id, and Abu Sa'id followed the young man to Marwan, who asked him, "O Abu Sa'id, what has happened between you and the son of your brother?" Abu Sa'id said to him, I heard the Prophet peace be upon him saying, if anybody amongst you is praying behind something as a sutra and somebody tries to pass in front of him, then he should repulse him, and if he refuses, he should use force against him, for he is a shaitan, a Satan. Narrated by Busr bin Sa'id. That Zayd bin Khalid sent him to Abi Juhaym to ask him what he had heard from Allah's Messenger peace be upon him about a person passing in front of another person who was praying. Abu Juhaym replied, Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, if the person who passes in front of another person in prayer knew the magnitude of his sin, he would prefer to wait for 40 days, months, or years, rather than to pass in front of him. Abu an-Nadr said, I do not remember exactly whether he said 40 days, months, or years.